Okay, so I'm done cleaning out the filters now. You can see how much more flow there is. Look at that. It's ridiculous how much more flow there is now. And got them all timed and everything. Scrubbed out the impellers, the inside of the filters. They're just disgusting. I probably had a handful of junk in each filter. Took out 3 buckets of water. 3 5-gallon buckets that weren't quite full. They're there. So that's probably a good 5 gallons. I think 5 gallons is right to there or something like that. So I don't know. But around 5 gallons, a little more, maybe a little less, maybe exactly, I don't know. Rinsed off the lids. I got some of the junk off of them. I left the LG underneath there. Just because I don't want to take out too much junk. I guess, I don't know. I just plugged in 2 air stones just now. Rewired everything underneath here, kind of make it a little bit more organized. Doesn't look like it is, but it's plugged into where I want it to be. So that way, I just flip a switch right here, and it turns off everything. Actually, I'm going to change this right now, actually. Let's see if I can do this with the tablet. This right here is my air pump hose, if you can still hear me over the noise. I'm plugging it in over here. So that way my air pump will still work when I have this off. What I do, this is my stuff I leave on when I'm doing the water change. This is the lights and it's the air pump. And this is what I turn off during the thing. I just flip the switch right here and it's off, okay? And this is the filters and the heater and then the wave maker and the water pump. I don't have those 2 in there yet. They're off here sitting over to the side because I don't know where I want to stick them yet because I'm not sure how my aquascape is going to be done yet. So yeah, that's how it looks as of right now. Also, real quick with the next day or 2, anybody wants this air stone bubble wall, I don't want it. I'm gonna return it. If you comment and I see it before I return it, you can have it. I don't know. I think $5 or whatever, something like that. I don't know. I'll look at the receipt, see how much. It's brand new. I just had it in there for a day, and I didn't really like how it did it too fine of bubbles for my liking. The really fine bubbles. I like the more bigger bubbles. So yeah, if you want that, you can. And you live around South Bend, Indiana, you can have that. You can pick it up or whatever. So yeah, and now to start the aquascape and cleaning up the decorations and stuff. So I'll be back with you in a couple of seconds. Okay, so I am all finished. The tank is really cloudy. I have to do an update later on, but this is part 2 still, I believe. And here's kind of an up-close look. There's that water pump in the back. I put the airline tubing underneath the stone. There's a little bit of current over there just to pull up. And that pump pushes the water right into that intake tube. Look how much more stuff we're getting. I put this stone, I put it back over there, and I have the plant coming out behind it with the air. And then I have this plant up front right here with the plant back there and the driftwood. I have the stone staggered, gonna give that little bit of a depth perception. I had to put my wave maker right here instead of over here because it would just suck the bubbles right into it. I could have changed that and pushed the bubbles back, but I was actually still sucking them in over there, so I pushed it off to the side a little bit. But yeah. So I really like how it looks. Once it clears up, it'll look amazing, but I love how it looks right now. But yeah, I don't really particularly care for the substrate too much. I like how it looks in there, but it's a son of a gun to clean. Because sand as a whole is just hard to clean. Because you get too much of it into it, and it sucks it all the way up. And you have to knock it all out and restart the siphon. And that's a pain. With stones, you don't really have to deal with that as much. Because they're so heavy that they just fall back down out of it by themselves. But yeah, I like how it looks. There's not very many caves, but there's a bunch of rocks for them to hide between and behind and stuff. Now I can see my catfish more, and they have the plants to hide in. So, also the caves kind of take up space, and I mean, only the catfish really in them, and the plecos. Plecos just don't really need them, and the catfish, they kind of do, but I mean, it won't kill them to be out of a cave for a while. I don't really like how the caves look. They catch a lot of junk, too, which is why I don't really like caves. But yeah, I really don't have a stagnant place in the tank, because I have the 2 air bubblers on each corner. And I have the wave maker there and a water pump over here. Then I have the filter splashing down. So I really don't have a stagnant spot. Except in that back where the heater is. I usually have an air tube back there, but I really don't. I really didn't have another air pump. And I hate splitting them off because then there's one that has a lot of air. And then one that had just done 2 that had just a little bit of air. And I have another air stone like one of those flat ones to put down there. I might get another air pump, another air sign. I might put that back there. But yeah, it's kind of more active and pretty in the corners, and a little bit more open and empty. Bamboo kind of fell down because of the current from the filter, but yeah, it'll just float back up once I'll push it up back up here, after the thing's over. But it's open in the center, and then it's kind of full on the sides. So yeah, I like how it looks. Thanks for watching. Adios.